Next, we're going to look at your agency's sales presentations, proposals, and then contracts. Huge area for agencies to maximize the speed in which they turn around somebody who's interested in speaking to them into an actual sale. Your presentations need to be clear and visual. They need to tell a story and to take customers on a journey. So, how do you currently present to your clients? Do you have a standardized presentation deck, or does your salesperson end up making a new deck for every single prospect that they're talking to? So I recommend that an agency has a very simple template for with the company branding on it. The following tools are really powerful in helping prospects to understand their challenges and map out the process. So you could have a deck with all the information that you need about your business, and I'm going to walk through the agenda of what that would look like. And then these are the three tools that you would need. You would take something like Funnelytics. Actually, that's .io. So let's make sure we're giving you the right one. And then real-time boards, which is actually now called Miro, M-I-R-O, which I just saw the other day, and a really good presentation deck. If you have all three of these things ready and set up, you can take the customer and the prospect on a journey. Funnelytics, incredible tool, even no matter how experienced the marketing manager is that you're talking to, showing them a visual of what it would actually look like for their campaigns. So you would actually have a sales presentation, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you were to draw it out for them, using this tool is really, really powerful. So you would say, hey, we're going to have a landing page here that goes to a thank you page. And then we will go and do email 1, email 2, email 3. And I've seen this in operation before where somebody goes, oh, no, I don't want that there. I want this over here. And you can move it around. Similarly, you can also explain to somebody that you would actually have by using real-time boards. It's now called Miro. You can see here where you can go, let me explain how we work. And you would have, hey, over here we have the ideas and the content. And then we move that along into your website landing pages. And that's where you use Funnelytics to actually explain the journey. Then you can have another area going, okay, this is the timeline of events, and you can map it out. And then you can do accountability. Who is responsible for what? Okay, great. Let's put those people in that particular section of the board. And then finally, you can map out next steps. So again, using those two tools like Funnelytics and Miro to actually map out what it is like to work with you is a really, really powerful way of engaging prospects and getting them feeling safe that you are somebody they can trust. So when it comes to the agency sales presentation, very simply get a deck, do it on Google Slides, and have your agency name and logo with an agenda, which is going to be the following. Talk them through approximately how long it's going to take, and you can do this either in a meeting or on Zoom, and share the screen with them. You will then have questions for your prospect about their challenges and goals. The key in a sales presentation is to get them talking first. If you stand there and just give a whole load of why you're great and blah, 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 and we're so good and we're so great, they switch off. So talking to them about their challenges, why are they here, getting them engaged, getting them asking questions and answering questions for you is a really powerful way of switching them into your actual mindset and your framing of how you're going to do this. So they talk first. You will set the scene and get them talking. What do they want? What's going on? And write those down. Then you can start to go, I'm really glad you brought up those challenges, because here's some of the challenges we have resolved in the past. Next, you would move into your service offerings. Next, you would move into results that you have achieved for those based on those service offerings. Then at the end, talk about your story, why you, who you've helped, why you've helped them, how you've helped them. And then do a summary and a review and answer questions and discuss the next steps. So summarize their challenges that they gave you. Ask them if they feel like everything is answered. What did you miss? Be open. If it's, you can see by their body language, even if it's on Zoom, that they're confused. Ask them what they're confused about, how you can help that. But keep the language simple and straightforward. When it comes to proposals and contracts, standardization is the key. Your proposals need to look professional. It should achieve the purpose of summarizing the client's challenges and outlining the results that they're expecting to achieve from it. Write the proposal beforehand, get the template done, think strategically, think about all the things that they said, use their language, use their own words back to them and reframe them and link them to what you would want to do. Provide an executive summary at the top of the proposal and have all of your pricing in templates. It shouldn't take you longer than 5 to 15 minutes to create a proposal. And if that sounds like it's too quick for you, you haven't got templates set up properly. The customization part will come in. What are the conversion rates from the proposal to the order? So you should know from how much time it takes for you to create a proposal, how many days is it to order. So see what some of the questions that are really important for you. Which proposals work better? Have ones worked really well in the past and why? So you need to know how to measure these. So from the day the proposal goes out, you should be counting how many days that it would close. Are you using tools like PandaDoc or Proposify? Now, you don't even have to use these. You can have standardization templates ready in Google Docs if you're just starting out. Have you got the prospect's logo? So making it personalized, making sure that their logo is on here as much as possible. Keep away from these bad habits when you're writing your proposals. I've seen these over and over again when I do reviews. Writing too much about your agency at the beginning, a big sales pitch, how great you are, and I don't see any metrics or results included. Your background, again, a lot of how long you've been around. If it's too vague and there's no metrics, people can switch off. Information overload about the software and about what you're pitching and how it works. I've seen this again with if you're, a particular partner program, you lead in with the software and then you're just going to end up in this software conversation. The software is a byproduct of the results that they're going to get based on the challenges that they have. So you go in with, what are your problems? This is the solutions that we're going to fix them. And these are ways that we're going to solve them. And that comes at the very end. So this is really what an ideal proposal should look like. Clients' challenges as told to them, as told to your agency by them. So their words, don't Chinese whisper it. List their problems on the top line and a line item for each possible solution. There are many ways to solve their problems. So go into possible solutions, then go into each problem in detail, and then create a summary of investment, and then show your results and do how great you are and your track records at the very end. Use layman terms, make a conscious effort to drop the jargon. The customer always comes first with their goals, the costs of inaction. If you don't do something on this, like in a year's time, where are things going to be? Be clear on what would happen if they don't work with you as a partnership, that this is a partnership together, that you want to work together on this with them. Create a concrete action plan of your agency. Be as specific as you possibly can be to avoid any gray zones. The prospect should understand perfectly the plan your agency will put in plan for the next 12 months. Now, you might not get 12 months. You might just be getting 90 days, but we would like to work on this for the next 90 days. We can see that you have further challenges, but that would take 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. So allude to the fact that you want to work with them for a long period of time, but focus on what you can do and will do really well in 90 days. Client goals, their cost of inaction, a detailed description of each stage and the services that you offer. Your terms and services can then be at the end with payment and payment methods. Again, setting this up on a really good template, and I recommend heading over to Hubdo. They have a fantastic solution for PandaDoc and HubSpot agency partners. And this is a really powerful way of engaging with PandaDoc as a service in a way that you will actually get everything that you need. Otherwise, just set these templates up on a Google Doc and just use them over again until you're established. I see this again as well, where it takes too long. Oh, send me over a contract. The sending over of a contract should be the same as the proposal. And if you use a tool like PandaDoc or Proposify, I'm more inclined for PandaDoc. I find Proposify quite complicated. But you can easily just put the terms and conditions down the bottom of the proposal. You can keep the proposal, put the terms and conditions and signatures, voila, and straight away you should be able to send that contract over to them within minutes of them asking for it. So let's do a summary. This is an action summary for the whole of the agency sales pillar. Review what you sell and why you sell it. Map out a clear buyer's journey on your website. Review your sales process. If you don't have one, I've given you a really simple one to just act and put it in a spreadsheet. And then you can go into advanced tactics in the future. Overhaul your presentations. You should have a standard presentation and change one of the slides on the deck that's going to customize for the client that you're speaking to. You will then have proposals standardized and contracts ready to go because they're sitting on the back of that proposal. Definitely watch the HubSpot sales training in their academy. It's incredible. And also, I highly recommend looking at Marcus Sheridan. He has incredible sales training based on his book, They Ask, You Answer. So that summarizes the sales aspect of this. There's some bonus videos to check out there around sales forecasting, how to do packaging and pricing, and you can check those out in the bonus section because they're actually borrowed from the agency growth. Thank you for being on this course with us, and if you have any questions at all, drop them in the feedback section or send us an email at hello@growitgroup.com.